Yeah, I did a funny short before. Well, I got like the best of Hans Cock, and yeah, I found a good like, back and forth with him and good old Starcock, and I put it up. It's doing okay for what it is. A couple hundred views already, so that's not too bad. Nelson the Gentleman, what's up, buddy? He said,
"What up, Nelson?"
Yeah, I came for the talking, but I'll stay for the gash. Excellent. It's always
always stay the gash. Always stay for the gash.
Excellent. But yeah, so I don't know if anyone else is gonna be popping in, but yeah, Tommy, how you been, brother?
I've been hanging in there, dealing with the nonsense, of course, from CenturyLink, and now, unfortunately, it looks like Microsoft may have damaged my computer.
Shit balls.
I don't catch a break. This is just the way it is. Guinea pigs are we're oppressed. We're a very oppressed race. We are looking for guinea pig reparations. We will take hay, we will take lettuce, and we will take carrots, and we demand them immediately. But no, I'm hanging in there. I'm doing the best I can, still messing with the shorts, getting hopefully to the point where everything is correct. I got a new computer sitting on the side, ready to go. I'll be able to hook that up, get all my information, hopefully transferred over without a problem, and then get back into the flow of things, get back into content, real content creation besides just the shorts. Not to say the shorts ain't fun, but I'd like to be able to add a little bit more than that.
I agree, dude. I do, man. It takes time to shoot those figures and stuff, but once it is out there, I think they look nice. You get some more replayability out of them in the long run. But I know like YouTube, they change everything up all the time, and I know that the algorithms are nothing but shorts at the moment, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, Time Profit's in the house. What's up, Time Profit? I could donate a new cup and string to get your internet working. Only the best paper cup for you. Thank you, buddy. Nice. I appreciate that. If you could really like go out on the limb and spring for a solo cup, that would be much appreciated.
Oh, that'd be great. and a paper clip. That way we have better reception with a little bit of metal.
Yeah. You always need that that negative line tied down.
Exactly. Who are we tying down now? No, I'm kidding. Let me. I did put up a couple of Predator figures, so we could talk about that tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want to do a stream just talking about maybe tomorrow we'll do that. We'll talk about the Predator and.
I did grab another one, so now I've got how they're numbered on the side box. So I actually have 1 through 3 now.
Oh, beautiful.
I think the last one I picked up was the Armored Lost. What was it? Armored Lost Predator or Lost Colony Predator or Lost Tribe Predator or something like that.
Okay, dude.
And he's actually got the mask has an LED light up feature on it. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one. Yeah, you showed me that. I didn't remember the name of it. But wow, dude, that's killer. Yeah, I want to see that for sure. Hold on, let me just get
what up, Tina?
My YouTube shit to work over here. Hey, Tina. If you're around, want to talk toys as well, I could drop you a link. We'll make it a party. Why not?
Time Prophet says, Vinnieart been practicing the Loomis method of drawing heads, but no matter, I can't draw as well on a tablet than I can draw on paper.
Well, drawing on paper, I think, is more important anyway.
I do have something horror related, Nelson. Unfortunately, I can't do videos and nothing like that, so I got a still. I did manage to get a still to load. It's so horrible. I can't hardly tolerate it. I got a couple stills loaded. So I got a couple of still pictures that I'm going to use as an overlay to show what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, nice. That was the best I could do with the way everything has been acting between the internet and the computer. I'm at the bottom of the barrel with this stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. But all right, so we'll start with the Ultimate Predator. So this guy, I got him back when he came out. I think it was 6 or 7 years ago when this guy came out. They reissued him recently, so if you guys are looking for him, you could find this guy. I know, like the Best Buy near where I live, like they've had at least 2 of them I know of. So
I picked one up in Target. I got the re-release of it. It looks great, but beautiful. It did not last long in that Target store. They were in and out very fast.
Yeah, same thing happened when I got the the 100th Predator figure, that albino looking one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went one day and they had like 4 or 5 of them. I'm like, oh, nice. So I snatched it up. Next time I went in there, it was like the next day. I forgot I had to get something else. I walked past that aisle, nothing, gone, picked clean. These vultures and that Target by me. Apparently, I talked to an employee that worked there, and they said they had the RoboCop figures in, and they checked on the computer that they had, the little thing that on in their hand, and it says -4. I said, what does that mean? And they go, that means 4 of them were stolen. Those are the only 4 we had, and they were stolen. All 4 of them. I went, holy shit.
One of my Targets actually still has 3, I think, of the RoboCops.
Oh, no shit.
They're hidden away in a different aisle than where they normally would be. Because, normally they have all these over by like the records and DVD area. These ones are actually in the regular toy aisle on the end cap, and they're hidden behind a bunch of other figures, like the Hellraiser ones that nobody wants.
Dude, next time you're in Target, text me. See if I don't have it yet, dude. I'll fucking pay you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Dude, that thing is killer. Speaking of killer, this figure was amazing. I love everything about this guy, and yeah, he holds up. I looked at the re-release of him. There's just like a slightly different paint job, I think, on the helmet, but and maybe on his face. Other than that, they're pretty identical. I didn't see any major changes, so that's good. So the figure it holds up, and yeah, if you're looking for him, perfect fucking thing. It has like that extra like gloss finish on his face. I was trying to catch it, but I mean, I think it kind of whited out too much. Too much of the light was just too close. It's hard to see through the viewfinder, But anyway, like he comes with some cool accessories, beautifully sculpted skull with the spine, so you can recreate when he rips it out and he's standing and roaring into the jungle. So that's some cool stuff right there. Here is his mask. Another excellent piece. But yeah, like I said, NECA has been hitting home runs with these things. Yeah, the inside is kind of plain, but I know on the other figures, like the City Hunter, they did put like some kind of tech-looking stuff on the inside of the mask, which is pretty awesome. Comes with alternate hands. Comes with just a skull by itself as well. So if you want to put that in his hand, you could. So there you have it. Don't ask me where this stand came from, where it's pegged in. I don't remember, but for the purposes of this video, it worked. But yeah, here's his big cannon and backpack thing for it. It's nicely articulated. You can spin it all the way around. It's got its hinges and all that great stuff.
Does that one have a slide on the cannon too? Like some of the later ones, like the City Hunter, he had almost like a slide where the cannon could slide all the way back to his almost to the top shoulder blade.
Yeah, that one doesn't slide, but there's a hinge on both of them. So because the way that it worked too in the movie and the original one, like that cannon spins around, like it points backwards and then folds downward. So they just did it like that. So it just kind of it pops up and you can spin it around, and it comes with the effect. So you look like he's blasting.
Yeah, I think the blast effect on the new one is slightly colored differently.
I think so. Yeah, I think you are right. But again, still, they did a nice job.
Well, I think it's good that they should change it just a little bit, because if you're doing a re-release of a figure like that, what's the point of putting out the exact same figure exactly the way you did it before? Make a small variation so you know that there's a difference between the original ones and the new ones. And what's going on, Soul Assassin? Good to see you. He said, sadly, my jungle hunter was broken, and now I'm making him to a wolf predator.
Oh, well, cool. At least you're making him into the other one. Yeah, you know what? I do have a wolf predator. I just don't know where he is. He's in a bin somewhere. Those figures were fantastic. They were different. The bodies weren't as articulated. They were more like sculpted in a fixed pose, and then they put like the cuts in them. So, but for what it was, like it still had some decent articulation, and I really do like it. I love that figure, man. The Wolf Predators were great. Even though the Requiem was kind of a shitty movie, that Predator was pretty damn awesome. Because he was close to this one. He was just like a little more sleek, the way he was, and he had, obviously his armor was a little bit different, and his face, he had like one of his mandible things where it was like burnt off, and his face was kind of charred, or like with acid, supposedly from an alien. But yeah, that was a cool one. And yeah,
I was going to ask you a question on this one because I
Yeah.
did watch the full review and everything.
Mhm.
Now, on the City Predator, they actually have the box on his sidearm where he's like setting off that thermonuclear device that's inside the gauntlet. Does this one have that pop-up cover on the arm gauntlet too, or no?
Yeah, this one, it could lift up, so you can
Okay.
see all the little stuff. But the city predator that I have, since the battle damage one, he does not have that feature because it's cut in half. So you just kind of you plug the arm in. So yeah,
Right.
they didn't have it on there, which is fine. Again, because
Yeah, because
they
the
released
the one I have is without the battle damage
right.
of that City Hunter.
I think there were 3 versions of that City Hunter that were released. 4, because they had the clear version as well. No, scratch that. I'm remembering from the poster. There's 5 because they also have. It was a limited edition one where you remember when he kills that voodoo dude, the in the alley. They
Yeah.
call it the Demon City Hunter, I believe, and like part of his body is clear and part you can kind of see, like because when he
Okay.
hit the water, he started materializing
His
more.
invisibility field starts shorting.
Yeah, and they put like the lightning though through it, through the sculpt. So it's like a clear purplish plastic, and then they painted like lightning kind of on them. It looked pretty cool, but I have not seen that in person. I know it was an exclusive to some store, some online thing. But
You know what? I'm surprised they never did because you're mentioning the clear ones like that.
yeah.
Do you remember? Like I think it was Kenner that did the old Predator ones, if I remember correctly. But they actually had one of the Predators that was glow in the dark too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know if they had done one that's glow in the dark. To be honest, that's a good question. Because yeah, I know they were clear, but it would only make sense. I don't know, dude. They did 100 of these things, so it's possible. I got to check the poster because the 100th figure he came with a poster, and you could see one side is like the box artwork painted version of them, and on the other side they have all 99 figures on it.
Nice.
So yeah, I guess you could look kind of like a checklist, but pretty neat. And yeah, dude, like the scaling on these guys are amazing. I know there's a few people like they want to know where I got him and all that. Again, I got him on the original release, and then they re-released him, but I think it was within a year of one another. It might have been at the start of the year and then at the end of the year.
Well,
Because I know.
I'd seen one not that long ago, and I looked at it,
Oh yeah.
and the only reason I didn't pick it up is because I was just thinking of Arnold and screw your freedoms, and I was like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not going to buy it, and I walked away from it. But I did see one in one of my other Targets down here that I don't normally go to. It's usually pretty bare of people going into the toy aisle, so usually you can find some stuff that's been sitting around for a while there. That's
Oh
where
wow.
I found like Gizmo. I found the
Yeah.
Christmas Carolers that all the other stores have been sold out of for many months, but I found them all there, and they had a Dutch sitting there as well.
Holy shit, dude. Well, you could have, even if you wanted to flip it online, because I think he's going for a couple $100 now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, these Predators, man, the aftermarket is huge on these things. So yeah, if you do happen to stumble upon them, I say snatch them up. Don't sleep on it. Yeah, I don't know. I got mine long before the whole freedom speech and all that, because I would have probably been in the same shoes as you. I mean, yeah, fuck this guy. But I got it back before he showed his true colors all the way. And it's still one of my favorite movies. I don't give a shit wherever it is. If it's on TV, whatever part, I'll just leave the TV on and just until it's over, because that movie was, I think, one of the best that came out back then. No, yeah, definitely holds up. So yeah, he says that the AVP ones, yeah, they're expensive as shit, which is crazy. I hated those designs. They look like football players. They didn't look like Predators. Like they were too thick, and their armor looked like ridiculous. It almost looked like like the Michelin Man. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, this thing worked.
Okay.
Opens up, boom, and pretty good paint job too for something that's that small. And yet here's the City Hunter, which is funny. I saw a lot of people, like when they did the reviews, they said that every time they go to move the arm, like that arm would just fall off because it's cut. But I had mine there for a couple of days, and I guess because the humidity in Florida, like it stayed pretty good. Like when I review that figure, I go to, I need a little bit of force to pop the arm off.
I tell you what, when I've been picking up these figures and I've been checking them for the paint applications, everything like that, I'm like amazed at some of the small paint details that they're managing to get into these mass produced figures. I mean, some of the paint applications are absolutely outstanding. They truly are incredible. Like especially like the small details they get in their faces.
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, the 100th one, I just reviewed them. I can do like a sneak peek over here, but holy shit! Yeah, you're right. They put little tiny dots. I didn't see it until it was under the light. Little dots of gold, like on like the rim of his, like the skull part. Like I was really seriously impressed by that thing. But yeah, like I'll break it down for you guys. Hold on, Time Prophet, Requiem. That was the sequel to the Alien versus Predator. So like they're about to leave Earth, and then the hybrid alien predator busts out and starts killing them, and they're fighting on the ship, and the ship crashes back on Earth before leaving its orbit, and all the aliens get free and the face huggers, and then they hit like hunters and shit in the woods, and there's a whole bunch of aliens all over the place, and the wolf predator goes from his home planet. And it's the first time I think we actually see the Predator's home planet, and he goes to Earth to try to take out all these guys. So that's basically like the whole movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind the first AVP. I actually have a copy of it. The second one I couldn't stand, but I still even though the first one wasn't bad, I still wish they would have went back to the comic books and did something more like the comic books, where it was on a completely alien world that this happened, and they weren't expecting humans to be there. I found that story so much better. I mean, I don't know why they always feel this need to always bring it back to Earth. And the one time they didn't, like most of that movie was god awful, was that Predators one. Like there was a few bits and pieces of Predators that was okay, but most of it was just horrible.
Well, I hated the concept that they took all these people and then they brought them on a hunting planet. Like, come on. And then like you had that kind of weird alpha versions of these fucking aliens that were like, what were they, 7 feet? No, they'd be around 9 feet if the other one's around 7 foot. Like, I mean, come on.
Not really, Time Prophet. Not really. If you look at some of the stuff that George was doing, I mean, granted, yeah, he had to film in Tunisia and everything, but they made it seem like it was an alien world. There's a way that they could do it where they won't spend too much. They're too lazy. It's the same tired trope, bring everything to Earth. I mean, it's always been my biggest complaint with the Transformers series. Like, instead of it being about the Transformers, it's always about the humans on Earth every single time that they do one.
Yeah, you're right. And it's stupid because it's a waste of time. Like that sequel to Aliens Predator, the Requiem. Last time I saw it, I just fast forwarded through all the human parts. And just, I just wanted to see the Predator killing aliens and shit. And it was like, all right, suitable action, but am I really going to watch the movie again? No. Fuck that.
Yeah, see, Soul's asking those. So yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. No, he's 100% right. But yeah, I'll show the City Hunter too, since we got him out. And again, he's another really cool looking figure. This is the battle damage one. But yeah, again, that like you said, Tommy, that little bit, those little bits of detail all over on the paint job is incredible on these fucking things. This was the 30th anniversary one, which I still don't understand why they didn't make Danny Glover's character. These morons.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why not make Harrigan?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. He was one of the coolest fucking characters. Again, they all cry about diversity. Okay, this guy was fucking awesome in that movie, dude. And his arsenal too, his weapons and shit. Like they have like a little drawing of him on the box. Why didn't they freaking do it? Clowns. But yeah,
and why not make a Gary Busey with a bunch of cow stiffs on hooks?
That'd be pretty cool.
Where his body falls in half.
Gary Busey, I got a feature. You press a button on the back and I split in half. But my upper half stays levitated. Dude, that's the one thing that always bothered me in that movie. He gets chopped in half and you never see the top half fall. shit! Watch that scene again if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's pretty funny.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because the legs just kind of hang there and just flop over, but there's no top half.
Right. Well, I mean, for those people who are listening to, but
maybe it was so. Maybe it was so. I was going to say maybe it was so shocking that the top half didn't have time to register that it was in the air.
he was holding on to one of the pieces of meat. He had a death grip on a piece of meat, and the body it never fell.
One last burger.
Well, listen, I know the one motherfucker with the biggest licensing issues is Arnold, because he always wants a crazy amount of money that most companies don't want to pay. So I don't think Danny Glover is like that, especially when it comes to this type of stuff. But you never know. You never know. But yeah, dude, it's a shame that they never made him, because I loved his character so much. I watched that movie so many times. The first two to me are gold, you know, and I can't stand people who try to shit on the second movie. It was perfect for its time. You could go back and still watch it, enjoy the shit out of it. But yeah, so this figure was pretty rocking too, man. He has the full staff. He's got the condensed version. There's a spot on his back where this kind of can clip on as well, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that paint job is really good on that. Good reflective kind of stuff they got going on. He's got his open and closed version of his blade weapon there. His frisbee, his death frisbee. I don't know what you want to call it, but I do have to heat this up though in order to pop it in. I didn't do it for the review. I didn't have the patience. Yeah, I'll eventually do that. And because Tommy got me the gun, which is awesome. He got me the heat gun. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
And yeah, here's
that thing. That thing is that heat gun is indispensable for toys like this and a lot of other toys.
Oh, totally, man, totally. You put a little bit on like a bent sword or something, it'll straighten right out. And yeah, dude, I love that they put this extra kind of details and stuff on the inside of the mask. That was a cool touch. The one gripe I have though, if they made this just slightly larger, a little bit deeper for like the mouth part to clip in, you could just you could get it on perfectly, but it's a couple of millimeters, I think, too shallow, so it won't clip onto the face properly. Which, I mean, they were right there. They could have done it. But either way, still looks great. Again, that head is fantastic. Beautiful paint job on those.
Yeah, they have been knocking it out of the park, and it's not just like the Predator figures. It's like every single figure that they've been putting out lately, even if they're older designs, they've been reformulating them and putting them back out, maybe changing a little bit of the paint applications, making them even better than they were before. They're killing it right now. And what's going on, Happy?
What's up, Happy? Great seeing you here. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, we're talking some toys, showing off some of the Predator stuff. Because again, these things are just epic, man. Yeah, I do have to heat up his biceps though, because it is it's those kind of those old McFarlane type joints where like the paint that they use, it gets stuck a little bit. So heat it up and then you can turn it. Otherwise, the mushroom peg will snap off. But speaking of snapping off, there we go. There is his hand, and yeah. So again, leave it in there for a couple of days. It'll stick in a good way. Otherwise, it might fall off as you're trying to articulate the arms. But the ball joint on that head is fantastic. The range on that is it's really, really impressive. Considering he's got all those dreads, I thought they would get in the way. Because in the first figure, it's slight limitation because of how it's sculpted. But no, it's great.
You know what I noticed about the first figure? With the cannon on the side, that is actually what limits his range of motion with his head. Because when I took that cannon and I got it completely out of the way, the range of motion on his head was 10 times better.
Oh, for sure. I agree, man. You are correct on that. And I know, dude, I think they made about 8 or 9 versions of that Hunter original Predator figure. From what I was looking at on the poster, I couldn't believe it. It's like, really, man? they were milking it. But like they know what was selling. And every one of them that came out sold out. So, good for them.
No, those are all plastic ball joints.
Yeah. Yeah, NECA doesn't use any metal like that. But
They're
yeah,
already
his range of
expensive
motion,
enough as it is. If they started
right?
using metal ball joints, the price would go up exponentially.
Yeah, they would. Holy crap! The two ups, so actually, they do use metal for the pins and everything. But I'll break that down some other day. We'll talk about working at these companies and how they kind of operate. But yeah, no, dude, I love what the post you could get in. And you could get this guy in again because they really made sure that the articulation in the legs were like it's not hindered like in any way. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful articulation on this guy. And again, I found him at Best Buy like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I think the last time I went, I think they still had one. But yeah, again, if you want them, there are some places that do have them. Like Tommy said, his Target, it's a little bit more forgiving. The one that's near me, forget it. The Scalpers, that's like their go-to spot. Those sons of bitches. But
Yeah, the Target that's actually the one that's closest to us, that's the one that gets hit all the time. I mean, everything is usually going out of that one.
Yeah, there you go. It's the hot spots. But yeah, I want to make sure I show like that this guy could get in pretty good crouching positions. And again, like if you have like a little like a NECA base or a McFarlane one, you could just plug it on and probably get him into a deeper kind of pose. But for again purposes of the rotating base, I had to get the balance right. Which again, pretty damn solid. No complaints on that. Oh damn, Soul Assassin! You actually got replacements for your NECAs? I heard some horror stories in the past, but dude, that's awesome. Huh? Good. They should be stepping it up for the prices that these figures have gone up. They keep jacking the prices up on everything. So and these ultimates, like they're not cheap. They're about like 35 to like 40 something bucks.
Well, I'll tell you what, just from what I've seen with the Karate Kid, the Johnny Lawrence one that I had in the Ghost outfit, just to see that the range of quality improvement that went from that design on that figure, which was freaking horrendous with his duck feet and his broken looking ankles and everything that you could never get straight, going from that to everything that they're doing right now, like the improvements on old molds and everything, it's outstanding. They're absolutely killing it.
Well, that Johnny Lawrence you had, it's not the line that they put any attention into. That's the sad thing. That's like the 8 or 9-inch line. The Ultimate line, that's their bread and butter. So they make sure that those figures are fucking flawless. And I'm surprised they have not done the Karate Kid like Ultimate editions because they would have to resculpt them completely and put them in line with all of these, which I think would have been the smart bet, and they would sell. Because I know, I think Diamond Select, they had released a couple. Because I seen one in Best Buy of Johnny Lawrence, but I thought he was too much money. He was like 30 or 35 bucks, and he came with nothing. Because I guess it was a carded version. They had one that's like a boxed version that had alternate hands and shit. But since it was
I wonder if there was a bit of a problem because of the Playmates and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover they did with those toys.
It's possible. It's possible. But no, because NECA is releasing Ninja Turtles again too. So they're out at the same time. I literally just picked up Leonardo and Donatello 2-pack from NECA, the movie version, and which is great because I finally have the Turtles finished off because I had bought 3 bootleg versions. No, 2. I'm sorry, 2 bootleg versions. I had the Raphael 2-pack with Casey Jones. And I had Michelangelo and Leonardo that were bootlegs, which they were just remolded from the NECA figures. But I found the official ones because I never got Donnie. He sold out. So I found a 2-pack just the other day. I've been meaning to kind of put them all together. So, but anyway, this was the alpha one, and I did film this guy. I'll probably upload him tomorrow, but I'll show him in a little bit as well. But holy crap, this figure impressed me like you wouldn't believe. Just really, really killer, man. The amount of detail that they put on him, his paint job, and you could see from here how reflective that paint is all over his skin. Dude, that is a killer figure.
That is one huge bitch.
Yeah, he's fucking big. Yeah, if these guys are about 8 to 8.5, yeah, he's clearly about 9. Beautiful freaking thing, man. And his mask is really cool too. His mask clips on properly. I really dig it. I didn't think I would, but altogether, man, this guy, whew, yeah, the art direction on him is, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so there you have it. Those are the two Predators. And if you want to see Dutch, I do have Dutch as well, since people did like that he was in that other review. So let me just wait for the advertisement. Come on, YouTube.
Yeah, Happy. They used to be really high quality, but they've really been going downhill lately with a lot of their stuff. They've just been like skimping out left and right.
Yeah, because McFarlane outsources. Someone else asked me that too. Yeah, dude, that's all they do. So they sculpt them on the computer and they send the digital files over to China, and then China puts all the joints in for the McFarlane figures. These guys, why they look so good is because they were sculpted, and early articulation were put in by the sculptor as well. I'm familiar with a number of the guys who did work on some of these figures, so I do know the process. While I was there, while I was working there, I mean, I had back and forth with a lot of the sculptors, breaking down the drawings for them, and yeah, the whole process is pretty interesting how it all kind of comes together. But
well, unless I'm remembering it incorrectly, didn't you say that a lot of people that wound up going to NECA were from McFarlane originally?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like I know the guy like who worked on this. On a number of these things, but yeah, because yeah, the got that guy Randy, he was getting all the licenses for McFarlane, and when he left, he took the Rolodex. So hey, it was all his work anyway. So yeah, he found this guy who I guess he was a big toy dude, a money guy, and they formed NECA, and he got all the best sculptors, all the best fabricators, all the best painters, and yeah, they made this happen. So. Yeah, it was a little bit sneaky, but weaselly. But you know, Randy's not a bad guy, and he was able to bring us all these awesome fucking figures and characters that we love.
And most importantly, he doesn't eat tuna.
There's other stories, but I'm not going to say them on air. Anyway, but I was saying, oh, that's why I like the sculpt work and how these figures look so good. It's because it's done in house. You know, it's not outsourced to China, and most of these fuckers, that's what they do now, and that's why, like Todd's figures, you'll have some that are amazing and some that look like complete garbage. I wanted to get the like we joked about it. I said the Catwoman figure from Arkham City. I'm like, if McFarlane released that, she'd sell like crazy. It's a sexy character. It's a great design for Catwoman. I saw the figure. She's got legs that are gigantic. They are extra long. It looks ridiculous. They didn't give her the proper cleavage, and it looks like just like a mess of a figure. I'm like, well, that's a fucking waste, you know. But hey, that's what they do because they outsource, assholes. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, this thing is freaking amazing. Again, if anybody, if you find these, snatch them up right away. Even if you're not a fan, you could probably resell them because yeah, they are going for some money. This was the re-release. The original one was in a clamshell type thing. It was cardboard with the plastic, and it was, you know, kind of old school the way that they did it. But yeah, this is, I guess, right before they made the official Ultimate lines. So they were experimenting with like just the boxes with the windows, and then they eventually did, you know, that hinge with box artwork on the outside. But yeah, there's Dutch, and again, beautiful sculpt on this, great proportions on him. You know, I thought he'd be kind of hindered because he doesn't have the bicep cut, but nope, it's great. I mean, you get this guy into so many poses, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Anyway,
stop worrying about your freedom of joints.
I need freedom of joint pain is what I need, but that's another story.
Snatch, clamshell.
How you doing, George? We had a great conversation earlier. Check out my shorts. But, yeah, no. Again, he doesn't come with too much, but what he comes with is, you know, what you need. He comes with his pistol. He comes with the knife. He comes with his big gun. You know, excellent. And yeah, like I said, they did, I think, about 5 versions of Dutch. You could probably do one more review. I could do the one with the jacket on, like his full extraction look. You know, when he first gets to the jungle. I do have that, and he actually has a cigar in his mouth, which I know most of these companies, they shy away from that shit because, you know, smoking's not good and blah blah blah. But,
We need a Jesse Ventura from Predator spitting chew.
Yeah, we do. Dude, I don't know why they didn't make the rest of the team. The only other ones they made was Shane Black, because they made his figure for San Diego Comic-Con. He was an exclusive since he was directing the last one that was in theaters. And yeah, it sucked, but his figure looked amazing. They did an incredible job. And he's like, you know, virtually impossible to find. They never released him in stores. Like, what is wrong with these people? That whole team is fantastic. Jesse's awesome.
You're damn right I'm awesome. And these guys are a bunch of slack-jawed bundle of sticks for not making my figure.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. A bunch of assholes. Yeah, Duke. I mean, Poncho. There's so many great characters, and they all had specific looks and specific weapons. Like, make the fucking team, idiots. But we got 99 Predator figures. Unbelievable. How you doing, Frankie?
What up, Frankie? You know, my brother actually had the old Commando figure from back in the day. I found it over my father's house. It came with a little comic book and everything. It came with a removable jacket and all kinds of weapons and everything. Yeah, the thing is really cool looking.
NECA made that too. They they use this body obviously, but he came with a different vest, different paint job, different weapons and shit. I only saw it once in a comic store a long time ago, but yeah. Anyway, they like to reuse parts and shit, but it's still fantastic. So excellent stuff there. And I kind of made a custom 1/6 scale Commando Arnold. I'll do a short on that. Yeah, hell with it. I'll do a short on that. Why not? It's a good thing. But yeah, when a toy is $30, it's a collector's toy, not a kid's. That you're damn right. You're damn right, man. And that's the thing. Most of these figures are too expensive now. Marvel Legends, they're shooting up in price. They're like $27 to I think like the 2-packs are going for like 45, 50, some shit like that. Like, I don't know, man. They're price gouging everywhere now. And it's starting from these companies. Hasbro Pulse, they are criminals. I was going to get a G.I. Joe figure over there, and I go to click on it and it says, no, this figure, it's not available. It's only available to the special collectors. They have like a sign-up thing. I thought the sign-up was for free. I go to click on it. They wanted $50. I went, $50 plus a $25 figure plus shipping. We're talking about $80 to $90 for a fucking figure? Nah, go screw yourselves. No, thank you. And I ended up finding that figure I was looking for in Walmart for $22. So they could suck it.
Well, I know Hasbro is starting to wear on my nerves.
Yep.
Because apparently they got some people that are working there now that are going with the woke garbage again. Like, after they did the right thing and they got rid of IDW with all the damage that they were doing to both the Transformers and the G.I. Joe, now all of a sudden they're pushing a brand new cartoon called the Allspark, and they're all going to have they, them pronouns in it.
Oh.
Like, really? You're going to start pushing this shit again?
Wow. They don't learn. They don't learn. They think that they keep going with the agenda. Yeah, and you're going to fail. Assholes. The Netflix series was great, that last one they did, and now they're going to do another version and fucking ruin it. Wow.
It just doesn't make any sense. Makes absolute no sense whatsoever, because you know what, that is not your target audience. They don't care.
Yeah. It is crazy, man. Yeah, they do not give a shit. And Soul Assassin's right. Hasbro Pulse is a scam. Holy crap. I saw that Ghost Rider figure that they're trying to crowdfund. Dude, that thing's going for like $350 they're asking for. And at tops, if they were to release that by itself, that'd be about a $50 to $60 figure. And they're trying to scam people at $350. And they go, oh, well, we'll tack on Mephisto and Lady Pryor, Madam Pryor from X-Men. Please, adding 2 figures does not make that thing $350. Scumbags. When There's a huge argument too. Apparently, there's been a similar figure that was released through Hasbro for the girls line. Yeah, you know those Bratz dolls.
Yeah.
They got like the big head prostitute looking figures. Well, apparently they made some kind of car with lights and sound, and it's going for like $30. And now you mean to tell me the same company is charging $350? Are you shitting me? Dude, Hasbro. Yeah. Again, these companies, man. Like you said, they're woke companies, and they want to try to pull a fast one on people. That's why I'm.
No,
I'm
you know
not
what? One of these days, Frankie, I'm going to dig out that old toy and I'll do a short review on it.
Do
and
it, man.
Actually, Soul Assassin, no, I didn't see it. I read an article about it, and I just got so disgusted because there were so many figures that I was looking forward to and wanting to get, especially from the Transformers line, and then they're going to start doing that kind of shit. Oh no. That's the kind of shit that will drive me away, and I will stop purchasing shit from you, and I will just focus on buying NECA stuff. I don't give a rat's ass.
Would you finish off any like the lines that you are getting right now?
Probably not. Like whatever I already have ordered is the stuff I have ordered, and then beyond that, like no, I will completely abandon it if that's the route they want to go, because that's how you make these companies understand. You hit them in the wallet. You don't sit there and go on about it for days on end. You just say, "Screw you, I'm not buying your product," and then watch them change their course.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's it. Tommy knows what he's doing.
Really?
That's
interesting. Retro Blasting called him out. Nice.
That's great. Yeah. Oh, I'll show that stupid fucking figure in a minute, dude. Yeah, I was infuriated with that, dude. But again, because like I know what a lot of that shit costs to make and stuff, you know, and what they're asking for, it's highway robbery, straight up highway robbery.
Did you see this?
What?
Happy Dinosaur, did you see the clip of a brand manager of G.I. Joe demanding the G.I. Joe collectors use pronouns before answering her questions? What?
Are you kidding me?
What the hell is Hasbro doing?
Well, they're retarded.
Is
that a proper pronoun? Sorry.
They've let these idiots infest their company again after they were cleaning house.
Wow. Well, then maybe it never changed and it was just smoke and mirrors. Well, look at
the pronouners transform.
Shit. Well, again, like look at PayPal. They got caught red-handed and then they had a backpedal. No, we never.
Oh yeah, they weren't upset. They weren't upset that they did it. They were just upset they got caught. And it's the same thing I always say about criminals. They're not apologetic that they committed the crime. They're just apologetic because they got caught.
Yep. You are 200% correct, my friend. But yeah. Unbelievable. It's crazy. So like again, like most of the collection shit I have, like I'm glad I got the ones I did. Because like you said, if it comes to that stuff, yeah, a proper boycott is needed and well deserved. Let me remove him for a second.
G.I. Josephine. Disney infected Hasbro with stupidity.
Oh, dude, tell me about it. There's their exclusive shit. I'll show you guys this ridiculous robbery that they're doing. What the hell is it? It's funny. Usually they have this thing like on their front page. Go back to this. Come on, load up. Even their site shit. There it is. All right. Get ready for this stupid thing. So yeah, this is the $350 fucking car. Again, and the crowdfunding is nonsense. These companies make so much freaking money, millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they're trying to rip people off.
Well, number one, I mean, we've talked about this before, and here's the thing that, I mean, maybe some people don't understand. So when you go out to Walmart, you go out to Target, Best Buy, it doesn't matter where you go out and you buy your figures. They're usually around the same price. They're usually like $22 to $24 for whatever figure it is throughout all these different stores. Then you go to Hasbro Pulse, who was selling it to you direct, and they're charging you the same exact freaking price that these stores are charging. Guess what? When they send these to these stores, it is less than, what is it? 70, less than 75% of that cost. It's a really low number of what the cost is that they send it to these stores, because the stores mark these toys up by usually anywhere from 300 to 500% on the rack. So that means Hasbro Pulse is sending these things off at a reduced rate to all the stores, and they're still making money. Yet when they go to their own site, they're selling it for the same price that the stores would be selling it for, and they're basically ripping off all the fans that are buying it direct from them. That is absolute nonsense. It is uncalled for, and it is ridiculous. And I see what you said there, Frankie. Oh my God, Bob Saget's joke came true. Half guy, half girl. Gee, I don't know. Awesome. Vinny must have dropped out for a minute. He probably had some connection issues, but that's all right. We'll keep it going. So while we're waiting for him to come back, one of the things that I was going to talk about is I was actually picking up some different NECA figures. So one of the ones that I picked up, and it was right after I'd rewatched the original It movie with Tim Curry. So I picked up this guy right here. This one, I was looking at the box art for it, and I was like, oh, that's impressive. I like the way this looks. I love the box art and everything like that. And then I opened it up and seen this figure. And I was just blown away by the amount of stuff that they put in with this figure. You know, the little scrapbook there with the hand popping out of the scrapbook, the balloon would turn back now, the two different alien hands, one just coming outside the glove and the other one, the full alien hand, and the two extra heads. I was actually just completely blown away by how perfectly this figure looked. Now, they had another version of this with more heads and a few different other items, like more balloons and everything. But I thought this one was actually the one to get, because I was super impressed with the way they put this figure together. Amazing detail, amazing paint applications. Like, everything about this figure is just, it just screams perfect to me. I don't think they could have done it any better. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that one? You think that one's pretty cool? Let's see what you're all saying. Ronald McDonald having a bad hair day. They float. They all float. Yes, they do. Yeah, this one was really cool. I seen a couple of the newer ones as well. And don't get me wrong, I thought the newer version of the movie was okay, but I had this fondness for the classics. So when I went back and I rewatched this and then I seen this figure, I was like, I'm definitely picking this up. There's no questions about it. I just wish that they would have made more versions, like maybe instead of like the second one, it actually comes with like a very flat looking boat, like Georgie's little boat that's floating in the gutter. I wish they would have did some more of the other stuff like that to add on with him. Like maybe, I don't know, do his spider form or something like that. I think that would have been really cool, because they did that with American Werewolf in London, where they had the Ultimate Kessler Wolf. They should have did Pennywise or It done in that spider form that he's in at the end of the movie. I think that one would have been real cool. And especially with all the articulation that NECA could do with these figures, that would have been tremendous. I still think they have a possibility of doing it, but whether or not they will, who knows? I prefer the original version of the movie. You know, I would say so too. I mean, don't get me wrong, the additional effects and the CGI and all the cleanup that they have when you get with a newer movie is fine. But there's something about the classic stories and the way they're told and the way that they're done. Because you got to remember, without those classic stories, would you have a newer version of it that anybody even cared about? I doubt it very highly. Everybody wants to text me at once. This is usually the way it works. But there was I think they had like 4 different newer It versions, and they only had these 2 older ones. I wish they would have had more. No, you can't beat Tim Curry. Tim Curry was in so many different movies. I wish that NECA would make figures. Like, I would love to see the Big D, the Lord of Darkness from Legend. That would be awesome. Would love to see that one. I wouldn't even mind seeing some, like, if they did like a collection of all the characters from the Clue movie with Tim Curry. I think that would be actually kind of cool too. Just like have them all like a almost like a diorama kind of setup in the box where it's got the door where you have the door open, you have all the characters sitting there. That would be absolutely hysterical to me. Make the entire It cast and have the Spider as a Build-A-Figure. Yeah, that is another really cool idea too. I don't see any problem with that. I mean, the only problem I would have if they start doing the entire cast, because then they're going to do the kids and then they're probably going to do the adult versions as well. I mean, I didn't mind the adult versions in the original movie, but I'd rather see if they were going to do it. The kids' figures are more recognizable because that's what you've seen through the almost the entirety of the movie. So, I mean, they would probably wind up doing both, I think, at that point. And then what are they going to do? Are they going to alternate pieces for the Spider between all of them? I mean, you just never know. Now you're not texting me from Britain. Well, I hope not. Tim Curry has great legs in Rocky Horror. Oh no, I have never watched that movie. I seen bits and pieces because other people watched it, and I just like, ugh, no, it's not for me. And it's nothing against people that like that movie. It's just not my thing. Tommy's 1-800-Guinea assault business is booming. His phone be going off. That's right. We are taking out toes left and right. We're getting paid to do it because there's got to be an alternative method to feeding these pigs. They are eating me out of house and home right now. It's absolutely true. Let's see if anybody else is going to bug me. I got to turn this ringer thing off because that's going to drive me nuts. While I'm still waiting for Vinny, because Vinny's delayed in getting back. One of the other things that I did pick up, and this was a Hasbro product, and seeing the shit that they're doing right now with the damn pronouns really disappointed me after everything else that they've been doing to get it right. But one of the figures that I picked up from the Transformers line was a G1 inspired newer figure. Now, this one was coming out a long time ago. I was going to pre-order it, but I never did. And I walked into my local Target, and there it was sitting on the shelf. And I wasn't sure about this thing until I actually had it in my hand and I started looking at it. So I picked up their reimagining of the old Devastator, who they call Tonkinator, a heroic Autobot. This one is pretty damn cool looking. It is just like the original gift set that they had for the old Devastator figure set. I mean, like way back in the day, if you went to, I think it was a Comic-Con, you can get the Devastator set. Other than that, they didn't really sell it in regular stores, and you had to buy all the Constructicons individually. Another thing to note is during the Diaclone line, the Constructicons were available pre-Transformer, and they came in a yellow and an orange. Now, granted, the yellow was slightly more pale than this, but this is more of the Tonka yellow with all the Tonka on the side, and they've renamed them all. Granted, they didn't really go crazy with renaming because some of the names are very similar to some of the Constructicons names in a way, like Mega Hauler, Long Haul, Power Digger. That was originally Scavenger. Motor Load is a bit different because that was Scrapper. But Motor Mix, Mixmaster, Skyhook. He was just Hook in the original one. And the only other one that's changed is the Mega Dozer, and he was Bone Crusher. But other than that, I do appreciate how they package this set. I like the names, I like the colors, and I like the mixing with Tonka. And I really like all the artwork and the addition of all the Constructicons, how you form them, like the original packaging had on those original gift sets. This was absolutely an amazing, excellent knockout piece that they put out right here. And granted, the price tag is hefty. It's over $100, but I think for this set, it's actually worth it for the amount of detail that they put into it and all the nods that they gave to the original G1 design when they put this one together.
I saw this just the other day. By the way, I'm back. I'm going to blame Hasbro for fucking with my internet. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, that set looked awesome. How much was that going for?
It was over 100. Hold on. I think I actually still have the receipt right in front of me because it was so expensive that I was like, yeah, I'm going to hold on to that receipt. Let me see. No, it's not that receipt because that receipt's too light.
Oh my God. You showed me like all the NECA stuff that you have already, just like in the past couple of weeks. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it right there either. Where the hell is it? I know it was over 100. I forget how much over 100. It was pricey.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I seen it, when I had it in my hand, I was like, wow, it was amazingly done. Like I said, just the packaging alone, when I seen it, it drew my eye right to it.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing. The packaging should draw your eye to it. And if it doesn't, they're doing it wrong.
Exactly. Dude, I agree, man. I agree. They should knock the price down. Shit. Even a 50 would still be kind of reasonable, but yeah. 40 would be ideal. But yeah, man, because I don't know. I'm holding on to that receipt as well for the ones that I got. But yeah, again, I don't normally get those 2-packs anyway.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I paid slightly less for it. So it was $104.99. But because I used my wife's Target red card and all that stuff, it got knocked off by 25%. So it went down to $79.99.
Oh, excellent. Nice. But yeah, dude, I was gonna say too, like I saw the 2-pack with Shredder and Splinter. I passed on it because I'm not spending that kind of money. I've never really been a big fan of the movie versions of those 2 characters, but I love the Turtles. So yeah, I'm fine with those 4 figures. And the Casey Jones, since that was a 2-pack thing. But I'm glad I got one I did too, because I never saw him again. So, but yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, I was trying to.
I'll tell you what, if they're going to be put to work, all of them. I went out today to mostly just buy guinea pig food, and I walked out of freaking Target with like a $70-some-odd receipt for all the fresh kale and all the other stuff. Like, ugh.
Oh wow.
Gets expensive, and this is why I'm like, screw it. If I'm spending $70-some-odd on guinea pig food mostly, why shouldn't I buy myself a couple toys that are extremely pricey?
Yeah, that's it, right? You got to treat yourself sometimes. You're the king guinea pig. So
that's right.
There we go. All right, here's this stupid fucking figure. And again, like the car looks fine for what it is, but the price they're asking for is bullshit, man. Dude, and then this doesn't include shipping, so you're probably looking at a figure that's going to probably. Oh, plus I think you got to be a member as well. So tack another $50 on that. So
wait a minute, you got to tack something else onto that.
Tax.
Tax.
Yep. So it's 400.
So by the time you're probably looking at over 400 something, almost 5.
Probably, most likely. You're probably looking at about 450. Bullshit. For what? Light up features and the damn tires? Ooh, wow. Gives a shit. Dude, for that price, you should also throw in a remote control car, and that thing should transform. Fucking nonsense. A couple of cheap plastic single mold items, basically what they are. All right, the engine is a little bit more going on in there because of electronics, but fine. But the fire, the tires, come on. All this shit is just it's nothing. It's just cheap tacked on plastic. The body of the car is pretty cheap as well.
Hey, happy dinosaur. You be well. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Have a great one, man. But yeah, I don't know. And I hate this design of Ghost Rider, to be honest. It's that metal looking skull.
Reyes or whatever the hell his name is. Like, yeah, because that's what Soul Assassin. What the hell did they do to Ghost Rider? Yeah, this is like the 4th incarnation of Ghost Rider, I think it is.
Something like that, yeah. And then look at this trunk space too. I'm Italian. You can't fit that many bodies in there. Come on.
You couldn't even get Joe Pesci in that.
Right? He's a little guy.
Robbie Reyes, yep.
You're Robbie Reyes. I don't know. This is a boring looking figure to me. Don't give a shit. And this head is terrible. Like they're going more cartoony now with these sculpts. Don't like it. She looks good, but they're going to probably re-release her anyway. I doubt she'll be exclusive to this set. And it makes no sense why she's exclusive to that set. She's an X-Men character. What is she doing with Ghost Rider? And Mephisto. Wow. Okay. And I don't know. This figure looks kind of plain and simple to me.
If they were going to do anything, they should have did a Blackout.
Yeah, they could have done that. Those 2 figures, that would have been fine. But I don't know. Unless they're using her in the Ghost Rider books, I have no clue since I don't read that shit. But yeah, it's fucking terrible, man. Awful, awful, awful. No, sir. I don't like it. But yeah. So that's what they're doing. When this thing tops would be around 50 or 60 bucks. They're charging you around 450 in the end. Yeah. Hasbro
Literally.
Pulse. Yeah, Hasbro Pulse. It's so good. It's so good. It's fantastic. No, it's not. Shit. What are their other exclusives? Because they had some other nonsense too in here. Which I was seeing.
And it really is a shame because as far as the figures concerned, they have stepped it up with a lot of figures. But then when they do shit like that, and then when they come up with we're doing a new cartoon with they them pronouns, and you know, just the dumb shit like that, they're sabotaging themselves with stupidity after they finally clawed back out of the freaking hole that they had sank themselves years ago with IDW.
Yeah, 100%. Now, and like, look at this. All right, there's a 3-pack of these Spider-Mans. Why is it $90? That's $2, $4, $6. And even if you want to throw a little bit of inflation on there, or maybe around $75. Why is this going for $90? Plus shipping, plus tax. This set's going to be over $100.
Well, what was that one set? The one set was right around the same price, and it was something like about 6 villains or something.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't remember what the name of that set was, and I don't see alternate fucking the faces. They're supposed to have the sculpts on there as well. The Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. I don't see them on here. And these are going to be released singly as well. So what the fuck? Ridiculous. Oh, and it's sold out, by the way. Why? Because it's Spider-Man. That's why they tacked on the price they did. Because they know what these things are going to be going for. See, look at this shit. You have a Cobra vehicle here. This is $34. $34 for wait, is this the 6? No, this is a smaller line. All right. But even still, same idea behind it. For a couple of inches. Like I said, that car should have been around 50 or 60 bucks tops. Scumbags. And why is this set so expensive? $132 for 3 shitty characters. Because those are shitty characters.
I've never liked that Mojo.
Me neither. That whole thing is like a TV fucking producer thing, alien. Like I didn't understand any of that. But it's crazy, man.
You know what? That's absolutely hilarious. Scroll back up for a second. That is hilarious. The top right, that was right out of the EU novels because Bib Fortuna took over.
What?
Yet they got Boba Fett's throne room. Look at the price tag.
Why is it that expensive? Hold on. Does it come with everything? What's in this set?
Oh yeah, it's like a big diorama. That is, yeah.
It's cool looking, but it's still insane because this is just plastic. That floor is cheap as shit. This whole backdrop, it's simple. It's just a chunk of plastic. Crazy. But again, it's Star Wars, so it's going to sell. And it's the smaller size, too. It's for the 3-inch line there. Crazy, man. I don't get it. I seriously don't understand how they rob people. And most of them they hand it over. Like, here you go. Look at this. For the 90s animated versions, $27.99. So again, this is probably about a $37 to $40 figure each one of these when shipping and tax is done. That's insane. And if you're going to get it in the store, it's going to be around $32 to $33 per figure, something like that. Fucking crazy. And who would want this motherfucker? Dave Filoni? What is this thing? I don't know. They make some weird shit, to be honest.
Yeah, I forget what they were called. They were some kind of like monks or something. The spider droids. They were like monks that had their brains removed and put in those spider droids. And yeah, they got Bib at the end of the book.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some crazy stuff out there. Crazy, brother. Crazy shit. I clicked exclusives. What's so exclusive about some of these things? I didn't know they did the shattered version for Jetfire as well. That's interesting.
I missed out on that one. I so wanted to get that Jetfire from the Siege line.
Oh, you never got them?
No, I could never find them.
I never saw them in stores. I got them online for retail. Back
Well,
when
dude, I seen him. I seen him in a store once, but I didn't.
Shit.
That was I had no money at the time. I was like literally like I was damn near destitute. I had nothing, and I looked at it and I was just like drooling at the package, and I was like, I can't get it.
Yeah, man.
Never seen it again after that.
Yeah. Again, these guys, man, they sell it so quickly. But I hear you. There's been a bunch of shit I had to pass on. There's even pre-orders I had to cancel because I'm like, no, I can't afford it. I got 2 things coming next week that again I've been waiting a long time for, and they're finally shipping. So I'm glad about that. But yeah, some of the newer shit I can't get. Although the other day we were talking and I said, yeah, I pulled the trigger on something I probably shouldn't have. But I'm still waiting. Right, it got lost in the mail, but now it's finally moving again. The Motor Master.
There's a figure right there that irritated me. The Gold Bug figure. Not so much the shattered glass one, but just the idea of Gold Bug, because they've released a Gold Bug figure, and instead of releasing them individually, they released them in an exclusive 5-pack with a bunch of Beast Wars guys. And I was like, yeah, why? Like, why? Horrible. Like, I don't want all those other figures. I would like to have gotten the Gold Bug one. I don't want all these other figures and spend over $90 for a big package set.
Yeah. And isn't this just the Cliff Jumper one anyway?
Well, no, there's a little bit of a difference between the Gold Bug. Actually, no, that one is the Cliff Jumper one.
That is Cliff Jumper.
That's not even Gold Bug. That's just a repainted Cliff Jumper. Wow, that's even more shitty. Because I have the Bumblebee one, like they did it for the Netflix series, and then they re-released them later on. But that Bumblebee looks perfect. He's in the Volkswagen form, and that's how Goldbug should have been.
Yeah, I did find him. Yeah, around that time as well.
Hey, have a good one, Time Prophet.
I think when we first started hanging out, actually. Yeah, have a great night, man. What are you asking here? Are you the one that designed the Violator 3? No. I never designed any Violator figures. I designed a bunch of Spawn figures. But the shit that I designed, we're talking about, it's like 20 years ago. That's when I was there. So and I know a lot of my designs, they ended up using them maybe 2 to 3 years after I left as well. Some of them were still there because again, I was designing so much shit for those guys back then. They turned in a few different lines of figures. I ended up seeing my designs in. They tweaked a lot of it, but just in case. But yeah, that's just how those companies are sometimes. I don't know. Some of these Shattered Dimension ones look odd. Some look really cool, and then some look terrible. That's gaudy as shit. Why a
Golden Lagoon?
That's weird. Hey, who wants to play with an old man in a wheelchair? What the fuck? Fucking retarded. I don't know. Sorry. Sometimes just scrolling through their pages makes me laugh.
I tell you what, though, those Marvel Legends, the retro ones right there, the 3 3/4, like the old Star Wars. You know what? Those things don't have a lot in the way of articulation, like a lot of the other ones that Reaction and Super 7 were doing. But you know what? The figures themselves don't actually look bad for what they're doing.
No, those retro designs look good. I've seen a bunch of them. I came close a couple times. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do this, though, because, they're just going to be hanging on the wall anyway. But
no, you're worried the same reason I was worried about getting in, because then I'm going to, well, if I got that guy, I'm going to get this guy, and now I'm going to get that guy, and now I'm going to get this guy.
Well, isn't that it? When you collect, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. Can I do
well,
that?
You know what almost had me sold on getting it is they had the 2 versions of Daredevil, the one in the red outfit, and then they had the original yellow and black outfit. And I was looking at it, and I was so tempted to get it.
I seen him as well. Oh, dude, look at this shit. They did a 2-pack. Is it the classic ones or the?
They're cards.
Oh, they're card. Oh, yeah, I see that now.
That's a trading card set.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were still making those trading cards.
I didn't either. But yeah, I don't know. So what's their new shit? Out of curiosity.
No,
This
that
is
guy.
another piece of shit re-release figure. That paint job is disgusting, but that's
Well,
a
that's
masterpiece.
actually based off the old Japanese version.
Yeah. Well, I'd say yeah. I know.
Yeah, because they were exclusively in Japan under
Mhm.
Transformers, and they were the train bots. They were technically a holdover from Diaclone, and that was legitimately the original colors. Like one of the trains was like in a yellow and green format.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that is
It's
maybe not
accurate.
perfect. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not perfect, but it's fairly representative of what the old ones from Japan looked like.
Yeah. Still ugly though, but like the robot mold that looks fine. And I know it's just a train anyway.
Well, you know what the worst part of that set is?
What's that?
You take it's like 4 or 5, I forget how many it is. I want to say it's 5. There's 5 trains. You take all 5 trains and they form a super robot.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So you're spending 150 per train, but you're going to need like 5, maybe even 6 of them to form the super robot.
That's insane. Yeah, there's the shoulder. This is an arm. There's the hand. Wow, that is crazy. I guess if you're a crazy rich person, you could probably. But yeah, dude.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I looked at that set and I always wanted the train set, but there is no way in hell that I'm spending 150 per piece. It's
No.
not happening.
Just I like the articulation. I mean, yeah, masterpieces. They're impressive. They're fucking impressive.
Well, that figure right there, it's a pretty huge figure. Like that figure is like damn near 11 or 12 inches tall at least.
Oh my god, the freaking super robot's gonna be like what, 3 feet tall?
Exactly.
Holy shit! All right, well, you got the money for it. It's you'll get a lot of bang for your buck. That's impressive. I'm curious to see the other ones, just to see. I don't have money.
Well, some of the other ones actually look a lot better than his design because they're more like those sleek design trains that they like the bullet trains that Japan had.
Yeah.
There goes one. No, that's not one. That's the Velocitron
no.
Speedia. That's a repaint of Astro Train too.
Yep.
That's all that is.
I have the Astro Train, the original version of this. It's a beautiful figure. I love that thing. But it's like
I wanted that. That was another one I missed out on, and I was so pissed.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta find
have
where
Blitzwing. I got Blitzwing. He looks dope. Yeah, he looks really good. Like, I mean, granted, the plane form looks a little weird because he's got kind of a little bit of like the tank kiblets underneath it.
Yeah.
But as far as the robot and everything and the tank looks, man, that looks great. It's just the jet form that looks a little off.
Yeah. I seen a review on him and he does look awesome. Never seen him in stores, but yeah, dude, that is an impressive looking figure. I always liked him in the cartoon.
Oh, he didn't last long in my store. I'd seen they had about 3 or 4 of them. And so I grabbed one as soon as I seen it, and I was like, God, I shouldn't be spending this money, but I'm not going to find him again. And when next time I went back, it was only a few days later because I forgot to get some extra guinea pig food. I didn't realize I was that low. And I went back; they were all gone, all of them. And those things are going for over $50 a piece. So,
holy shit! Again, man, they're printing money now. I gotta say, I guess this is that new Earth Spark shit we were talking about before. I'm sorry, the designs even look fruity as hell. Even Bumblebee, like I don't know, there's something about it that looks like effeminate. Garbage. Freaking garbage.
Oh, did you see the one at the top left corner? That's Megatron.
Oh, this one's Megatron? Let's take a look at this. Oh, that is terrible. Was he transformed? Oh my god. Yeah, no, I don't like it at all. That's shit. And the quality's really bad too. You can see it's like bad plastic as well.
It almost reminds me of the cheaper Transformers that they sell off to places like Dollar General and you know, like those type of stores. That's what it reminds me of.
That's exactly it. There's like no paint application. You got a little bit here and there, and it's just all molded fucking cheap plastic. That's a shame. Let's just compare between what we just saw there, that cheap plastic, and look how solid this figure looks. That's like night and day. I didn't realize all the parts he came with. I forgot. But
Yeah, he came with an awful lot because he was considered a, was he leader class or?
yeah,
I think he
yeah.
was considered leader class.
Yeah, because he was around $50 or something too.
Yeah, because you got leader class, then you got the real expensive ones that are commander, and then the ridiculously priced ones are the titans, like that train bot.
Yeah, I always liked this character, but yeah, I think I'm kind of done with Marvel Legends now. I don't know. This retro one does not look good to me. Like those joints in the legs look terrible.
Well, that's how it looked on the original one. I was comparing it. You know what they did do though? They darkened up the jacket because the jacket is black, and the jacket should have been dark brown.
Yeah, I agree, man. What's up?
And then they put
Indie
some kind of
Wrestling
weird, and they put some kind of weird conical thing on the end of his bullwhip. What's going on, Indy?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's funny. Yeah, we were talking about Indy, and then Indy popped up.
I know, that's funny, ain't it? Now the guinea pig's looking at me because his name's Indy too.
This is all getting very meta. Oh shit! And I didn't know that they made all these stupid Andor figures. Like, is anyone even watching the show?
Apparently, there's a few people out there that are praising it.
Yeah, Jeff was muscling through it, and he's like, boring. Because everyone was waiting for a big action sequence, and then like it turned out to shit. All right,
Serpentor.
I want this, but again, they're price gouging again. Why is this thing $80? This is not an $80 set. I'm sorry. No fucking way. There's not even any lights or sound on that stupid thing. There's no electronics. It's solid plastic.
Now, if they would have said like 59 or even 50, that would have been more reasonable.
Yep. I agree, man. Oh, for packaging? Get the fuck out of here. That's retarded. And it's something you got to build yourself too. Because if it's like the original figure, the front piece comes off, the big snake. The body's going to be in about 2 or 3 separate parts, and you kind of snap it all together. Because looking at the size of the box, it's pretty thin. So that's how they did that. Because I remember like the original mail-away version of Serpentor, we had gotten it when we were kids. Like me and one of my brothers, like we were kind of fighting over it because we were only able to get one. And but yeah, that's how it is. It's like snap-on parts. So you have to assemble it yourself. Why is this thing going for $80? I'd say 45 would be reasonable. I wouldn't even say 50. But again, they're criminals. And this guy,
future of Andor action figures clearance bin.
Yeah, true that. Dude, I saw the Rogue One figures. I recorded it. I think it's on one of my shorts. I think I uploaded it. $6.99 for Galen Ursa, the guy who made the Death Star there. Mads Mikkelsen's character. $6 freaking bucks.
Well, do you remember when they first came out with the Rogue One stuff? Because my father, I don't know why. Before he passed away, he had bought me. He figured that I still like Star Wars, and I kept telling him I don't like this new stuff. I hate all of it. There's nothing about it that I find redeeming. So he went out and bought me a couple 2-packs from Rogue One, and I seen the price tags. They were like clearance. They were like maybe $3 for a 2-pack.
Wow. I mean, I still
that's how well they sold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, dude. I remember those were everywhere. Those figures. But I liked what's his name's character? The Asian dude, Donnie Yen, I think. No, the one who played Ip Man. I like that dude's character. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. Like I picked him up recently because they just released him. But I do like that character, so that's why I got him. But it was a decent figure for what it is. This guy, the head sculpt is fantastic on the digital version. But the actual thing, I think his head looks kind of melty and bad. That looks terrible.
Well, I was looking at it. It looks like there's 2 different faces on there. So if you look at that one and you scroll up to a different one where he's in a different pose, it's a different face sculpture.
Well, they need to fix it because this looks
I
like
think that they gave him the old man face on one of them, and they gave him a younger face on another one. Because I was actually scrolling through it, looking at like that one right there. Like it looks like a younger version as compared to the other one.
I don't know, man. But still, they need to fix it. I mean, come on, with the technology that they have, dude, that looks terrible. You know, I like the body and everything, but on the box art, it looks great. This thing looks fantastic on the box art. But again, that's why I hate this new packaging. I want to be able to see the figure. What, dude, they're going so cheap. And then I seen some of these too. Some of the people who reviewed the ones like this, like the Marvel Legends. You open it up, they're wrapped in tissue paper.
Wow.
Could you imagine that? You're buying a fucking figure that's going to be 25 plus tax. So you're like,
well,
you know, we're looking around $30 for these things,
well,
and you can't
well,
see them.
that's what they're doing with some of the Transformer figures. Like when they're putting those weapons in with some of the figures that are like the clear plastic, or even if they're the regular figures, they're wrapped in like a tissue paper and taped down, and then they just tape them inside the box.
Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, they're doing it with this line too. I saw it recently. Hold on, look. No window anymore. And look how bad this artwork is. What the hell? From the classified line and the amazing artwork that used to be on the packaging, look what they did. This is terrible. Like all of a sudden now they're gonna change classified to hit a younger audience. And the characters you're gonna do it with is Cover Girl, who's supposed to be like a sexier character. Like, are you shitting me? Like, these people are brain dead. Like, seriously brain dead.
Yeah, I hear you, indie wrestling. There's a lot of them I stayed away from too. But when you see certain figures, like, what was the oh god, the Croc Master? That was one of them. The Zartan figure really got me interested. The Zarana figure got me interested. Like figures like that actually got me looking back at some of the G.I. Joe figures. Yeah. So I hear you on that.
Dude, look how bad this
what's going on, Keely Chow?
What's up, Keely? Dude, look how terrible this is. I could close my eyes and come up with something better than this. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Instead of the classic packaging that we used to get. Let's go to classified. I'll show you the better packaging because holy shit, that is awful. Freaking terrible. See a proper size? No, that's a retro one. Hold on. See you have the old packaging. Yeah. From that to this. Now, what is going to stand out to you on a peg? That shitty box artwork we just saw before, or something where you could actually see the damn figure? Oh, they're going to show the back of it. Because like in the back of it has a beautiful painted, like big action sequence. Like all those original G.I. Joe figures. Why would you try to dumb it down? Ass wipes. Let's see about him. Does he have which packaging does he? Yeah, he's got the good one. Yeah, so you can see the damn figure. That's what you want. That's showing the back of him. Anyway, whoever set up the website too is shit. Come on, you need better product in there or ways of viewing the product. Like again, these people don't know their asses from their elbow, and that's when you can tell these people they don't give a shit about what they're putting out there. They don't care at all. Again, I want to be able to see a damn figure. I don't want to see just a piece of shitty cardboard. You know, give me the damn thing. He's a cool looking figure too. Anyway, I don't have to keep showing this crap. But yeah.
You ain't joking.
Yeah, the clearance. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. It was if you're a Star Wars fan, yeah. Get ready. You could already start finding them, like I said.
Indiana Jowls.
My face, I'm turning into an old puppy.
Think they're going to do a Hasbro Labs for the female character in the next indie film? They're going to do a Hasbro Labs version of Kathleen Kennedy for the next film.
No.
Yeah, right. call them cereal boxes because you don't know what toy you're going to get.
Yeah, it's like a Cracker Jacks box. What the hell's in it? I did see. What do you call it? Big Bad Toy Store. They got some new He-Man shit up, like the Origin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They got.
Well, you know what I just seen in Target today? I seen they had it was a 3-pack though, and I was like, I am not spending over $79 to buy 3 He-Man figures. It was like that Sun Guy. I think it was, oh God, was it Pig something? There was like 3 figures that I don't know nothing about.
Okay.
But I know the Sun Man or Sun Guy or whatever was in the mix of 3 different figures. And I was like, yeah, 3 figures I don't really know that well. And $79 because they're in a 3-pack? Like, no thanks.
No, that's bullshit. Like I know ETEP would be all over this, him and Trey. But dude, that's cool. They started making more vehicles and stuff for the Origins line. Yeah, pretty awesome. Because he kept showing the mecha neck he's got. Remember?
Yeah.
I think he said it's all broken though. But yeah, and they're doing like the movie ones, which is interesting. Like, but I know like
it's cool. But I mean, me personally, I would never buy because I hated that movie.
Yeah, same. And look at this though. They did the classic He-Man head. They have a Dolph Lundgren that doesn't look anything like Dolph though. Where is he? Oh, this looks terrible. Like why? Why would they do this? Look how bad that is. He looks a little bit
That's
more
what
like
happened.
like
it looks like Ash Williams. Looks like Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2.
Mixed
like when his face is all stretched out.
Yeah. Dude, that is awful. But like, I don't know why they're doing some of the lines they're doing. But I'm surprised that they are continuing some of the new Eternia stuff, and they're finishing off Revelations. I know that. Like they're doing some of those designs. Like I like the bodies and the proportions on them, but yeah, new Eternia Stratos looks great. You know, I dig that type of stuff. I have a handful of those guys. Yeah, Manny Faces looks incredible too. Blow this guy up. Like, dude, that's pretty sick. So I'm glad that they're doing some new shit. But what else do they have in here? I think I saw Hordak as well. These are kind of cool. I saw the these guys in stores. Not too bad. But yeah, it's cool to see. Cool to see that they're doing some different stuff. But anyway.
It's just really depressing watching what some of these companies are doing. But you know what? Like once again, you know, talking about what NECA is doing, you know, I could keep going back to the well with all the things they're doing right now. I just hope that they don't screw it up too.
Yeah, no. Having worked with Randy and stuff, I don't see him doing that. So they should just focus on the Ultimate lines though, because that's where their bread and butter is. That's where you have the best figures that they've been releasing. You know, that's some good shit. And they're 2-packs. They need to come down on prices because I'm sorry, dude. They're getting out of hand. I said the Mike Myers with Dr. Loomis. Dude, they wanted like $80 for it or something.
Well, I don't know if you noticed there was a few of the prices did come down on some of the figures because I know a lot of the Ultimate lines they were hitting over $36, $38 at one point, maybe even close to $40. And they have scaled back a little bit. They're in between 32 to 34 now. And I also noticed the Toonie Terrors that came down in price because at one point they were up to $19 and they're back down to about $14.99.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what the hell, man? I don't remember them being like that. Because I think when I got Freddy Krueger, I think I paid like $12.99 for him. And then, yeah, you're right. They're shooting it up. Oh, here's that Catwoman I was talking about that McFarlane ruined. But again, they did the diaper. So it's that shitty diaper joint. Again, this is all outsourced to China. She's got, look how gigantic those legs are.
What did they take measurements from Stacy Keebler? Is that what they did?
Hey, those legs, I wouldn't mind being wrapped around me. But no, this is terrible, though. Look how shitty this is. Those proportions are ridiculous.
She got T-Rex arms compared to her legs.
Yeah. And like a peanut head. It's retarded. I think they outsourced this entire figure to China. This is ridiculous, dude. Man, I don't know. How do you greenlight this figure? Like from one halfway decent shot, the rest of this thing looks like shit.
Oh, I think it looks good. It makes me want to eat a can of tuna.
Yeah, I like long legs. Spawn. I got a Spawn figure. Holy shit. I don't know. And they went backwards too. This Batman figure looks like shit. I have the latest version that they had done, which was the Arkham City. That figure is so detailed and beautiful. This thing looks like a baby toy. Like they went backwards.
It looks like it's half play school.
Yeah. That's straight up what it looks like. Dude, hold on. You can see the line cut across here too from the bad mold job. Awful. Fucking terrible, man. Like I don't know, man. They're just like rushing out these figures now. Really, really shitty. Let's see Penguin. But again, I'm not impressed with this thing at all. No, you're right. They look like Playmate. They don't look like McFarlane Toys. They look like Playmates. They just put texture on his coat. Ooh. Garbage. Ruin this. They ruined that line. Most of these things just they don't appeal to me anymore. There was a handful of figures I got from him from McFarlane that I thought looked pretty good. Like again, this one he had potential. I saw him in the store, and I think like they went so shitty with the paint job on him because in hand, he's lacking paint application. Like it's more kind of all solid green with like a little bit of I don't know, like a dusting of color on him. It's shit. Like these people, they don't know what they're doing. I got Man Back because that looked fantastic. That sculpt is killer. Like he's up on the YouTube channel. Like that one I was impressed with, but most of these other ones, like, and why would you make this? This makes no sense. Who is this? This is a sperm joker? What the fuck is this?
A dragon?
It don't look like a dragon to me. Retarded. Who would look at this in the store and be like, oh, I have to have it?
Somebody who's a DC cook?
I guess. Pretty shitty. I don't know. Should I see what else was here? But some of these look good, but I heard that the movie's not going to be so great. They said it's tracking bad. The Black Adam one. Like, I seen him in stores. Like, look how detailed this is compared to what we just saw before with the Arkham figures.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking night and day. Unless that's where you put most of the budget. He goes, all right, we got to do the movie figures. So let me, all right, well, we'll get the Playmate division over on those.
Actually, you know, I'm going to take that back. It's not even Playmates, it's Play School.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd agree. Dude, yeah, because we got this thing, and man, this thing is beautiful. Just the paint
yeah, that is killer.
They need to step it up with the paint on it, but yeah, this is one of my favorites that he had done. That's what I mean. I got some like key characters that are really cool, but other than that, like I'm not collecting full lines of any of this shit because it ain't worth it. These were terrible. I know they went on sale at one point too. The Frank Miller shit. This thing I saw in stores, I don't know what the hell it is. Look how weird these legs are. That's terrible. What a shitty design. It's like he's got hefty bags on his fucking legs.
You know what it looks like? It looks like overblown like a Hitler pants.
Something like that. That's weird. What's up, Iceman Modeler?
What up?
Thanks for hitting like. I appreciate it. Soul Assassin, he says Lizzo feels represented in that figure. Oh, I missed which one we were talking about. Damn. Yeah, I don't know.
He was talking about Catwoman.
You sure it was Catwoman and not like the Clayface?
Well, that was when the comment came up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Like
at least that's when I seen it.
That's Lizzo, right?
That's Lizzo on the diet.
Turned upside down. All right, I'll stop showing this shit. Was there anything else I know we missed a bunch of stuff from a couple of weeks, but were there any specific that you wanted to see or talk about?
No, not today. I mean, I'm still in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff here today, so. But I mean, it was cool to be able to come on and talk about a few things. I'm going to try to work on being able to get some more stuff up that we could talk about next week. But
Nice.
yeah, other than that, no, I hit the few things I wanted to hit on today. Because I wanted to talk a little bit more about that Pennywise. I did a short review of just the box, just like I showed off here, and the same thing with Tonkinator. I just showed off the box. I will be taking them out, doing a full review, and I will be doing it alongside the original Devastator, just to get a good idea of how close they came to the original figures when they remolded these.
Nice, dude. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Oh, I did find one. All right. Yeah, this one. This was the 40th anniversary He-Man. Yeah, this guy was amazing. I still got to do a full review, but this is just a short on him. So for those people who are looking for him, he's out in Target right now. So happy hunting for those looking for him. I love like the classic kind of look, but on the Masterverse body. Yeah, these are pretty sweet. So again, and it fits in line with the new Eternia. Since you saw the Skeletor that I had, the new Eternia one, which is like the classic look. So like now I have He-Man and Skeletor, and I'm content with that. I'm happy with that. Oh, and the Teela too. That's I know it was Revelations, but it was the first episode when she still looked like classic Teela. So I got those, and I'm pretty happy with them. And again, yeah, the box art was fantastic on that thing. So very cool. Nelson, one of the last spawns I did was the Image anniversary one, which he was like multi-articulated, and he came with the giant cross. That was one of the last ones I worked on. Although China fucked it up. The articulation was supposed to be done a certain way, and they didn't do it properly, since they were all kind of confused. They never really did articulation like that. But anyway, it is what it is. And yeah. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed today's stream. Yeah, we'll be back with more stuff. Next week I have a lot of cool shit I'm going to be showing too. So I'll get ready for that. And I still got to dig out a couple of the horror figures. Since we are still in October, I want to be able to get some more stuff out there for reviews and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, get ready for some more cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be digging through the rest of my horror figures, and then of course, because I'm getting closer to Pigween, I'm going to have to start getting the pigs in their costumes and start showing that off soon too.
Dude, yes, you definitely have to. That's going to be killer. Let me see. Yeah, we haven't showed it in a minute, so before we close out, for those who are curious or you're in the Halloween spirit, we have an awesome ghost story. If you're looking for Through the Woods hardcover, this is a completed series. It's in a beautiful format. Again, it's like slightly oversized too, like a European edition. So if you are looking for some quality stories and artwork and something spooky for the Halloween month, definitely jump on this project. It ships immediately. All my projects ship immediately. So yeah, make sure to grab them before they're gone. I think you guys
absolutely. I mean, this one was and completely is still Guinea Pig Collective endorsed. That amazing book. And I mean, I didn't think it was going to be top, but then you did Shadow the Kraken, and there was just so much in Shadow the Kraken that one blew me away, and I think it may have just nudged this out of the top spot for me.
Dude, that means a lot. It seriously does. Because wow, what I put into that book, how hard I was working on making sure everything was just so damn on the money. Yeah, and especially with the storytelling that I'm doing with it. Yeah, I can't wait to jump back into it. But I am right now. I am working on City of Venus too, since people have been waiting a long time for that, and it's going to be a bigger book as well. So get ready. It's going to be about 52 pages as well. I'm trying to keep everything around that number of pages, since that's a pretty good sweet spot for all that, and people seem to really enjoy it. But yeah, shout out to the Kraken again. There's got some cool supernatural stuff too, so definitely you could read this one for Halloween as well. It ships immediately. We got acrylic standees, so yeah, this is the first in a bunch of them that I'm going to be doing for my different characters. So yeah, you get a whole collection of my characters in plastic, well, acrylic, whatever, same shit. But yeah, we're gonna come out with some more awesome ones. So every campaign I drop, I'll have a character from that specific book attached to that campaign, and yeah, so eventually you can collect them all. That's what I'd like to do with it. But yeah, you can definitely jump on this. Awesome book, action, some historical stuff, big action sequences, really cool shit in this one. Great villain. You're going to learn about these characters, main characters, where they're going to be headed. Awesome cliffhanger ending on this one as well. But don't worry, again, we got plenty of great stuff coming at you. So jump on all of that. And yeah, Tommy, where can they find you? And what else would you like to discuss?
Hey guys, you know where you can find me at Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Just follow the droppings that are left near your refrigerator door after the guinea pigs had cleaned it out, and it'll bring you right back to my channel. Right now, we're still focusing on shorts until everything gets situated. I mean, the internet looks like it may be up, but I'm not 100% sure because now we're having computer issues. Thanks a lot, Microsoft. I really do appreciate it, you pricks. But hopefully, once we get everything worked out, we'll get back into making videos again, having a lot more fun. And I know there was a few people that come by for the BattleBots videos that they were talking to me, man, you should do some of these live. Eventually, we'll be setting something up where we'll be doing it maybe once a month or so. We'll be doing a live BattleBots, and the chat will be picking the fights. So
Nice.
we'll be out having a little bit of fun with that. Yeah, we'll do a traditional format where they're 3-minute fights, regardless of whether or not there's a legitimate winner the normal way or not, and then we'll just let the chat decide who won at the end of it. But just we're going to add more stuff that we're having fun with, stuff that we enjoy doing, of course, and we're going to get back in eventually doing going old school once every 2 weeks. That's going to be flip-flopping around with the guinea pig live format, where we just get together and we hang out and we talk and we chill with all you wonderful people in the chat, having fun like we always do, because that's what it's always about. Don't let the haters who sit there and hate watch all the time fool you. It's not about drama all the time. It's about having fun, because you're not coming here having fun. What's the point? You could just easily do something else.
Amen, brother. That's exactly it. And Nelson said it too on one of the comments to my videos. He says, you guys actually look like, you're genuinely having fun. You're like friends hanging out. He goes, he's seen a bunch of other streams. He goes, you could tell it's all fake and forced, because they're phony so they can make their sales or whatever they're trying to do. And it's true. Those people, again, we don't like them around our neck of the woods. We want genuine, cool people, good people. And like I said, the people who come on my channel, they should be friends or friendly, or people I respect who work their asses off in a positive way. So it's kind of how we roll over here. And Tommy, when you do the BattleBot stuff, like, could we bet or no?
I mean, you guys can probably do whatever you want. I mean, there would be no way for me to regulate that.
All right, because that could be interesting and cool, and then maybe we could even do like we could name them for some of the people in the chat.
Well, I know one of the things I'm doing is I like to try to keep it interesting with the BattleBots, because there's only so many out there that are actually purchasable. So what I've been doing is I've been taking extra BattleBots that I have, because I have extra parts and extra just bots in general. So I'm actually creating new bots to add to the collection that I have to be able to fight with. So I'm hoping some of these newer designs that I'm coming up with, maybe some people out there are going to appreciate some of the work that I put into them, and the designs that I think some of them are from like iconic movies. So I think it's going to be an interesting touch into the arena. I spent a lot of time working on these things. I can't even tell you how many weeks I've been working on some of them, but I'm putting a lot of time into it, having fun. But I want to show these off, and I'm hoping everybody enjoys them as much as I have working on them.
Dude, yeah, they're cool, man. Especially when you first started showing me some of them and how you had to fix a few. And I was really impressed with that too, all the tinkering and fixing that you've done, like on the Transformer figures. So like when you got those, I'm like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Tommy's got those. It's gonna be fun. But dude, yeah, they're killer. And yeah, guys, jump over on his channel, subscribe, and make sure to watch those because there have been some really cool ones. Great battles. He's got them like pretty much all like on those short stories. So check them out. They're killer. Tommy, man, thank you. And next week, if we're not on his, we'll be here again. So we'll see. Fingers crossed that computers and internets and everything hold up. Thank you for holding the fort while I was fixing my stupid modem.
I'm glad everything held up on my end that I was able to do it.
Yeah, I said it to Frankie too. I was like, yeah, well, he's got problems, so hopefully it holds up enough. But yeah, so we're good. Just remember,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Damn right it is. What's going on, Rough Girl?
Hey, Rough Girl. Yeah, we're just signing out. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow on my stream. So 5 p.m. Hop in. We're going to be doing more horror discussions and talking about some other stuff. There's kind of a little bit of late breaking news that dropped. So get ready for that. Everybody, thank you. Have a great night. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow and then on Sunday. So yeah, mark your calendars. Get ready. We're going to have some more fun. Till then, peace out.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.